If their future performances are gonna be anything like this, the other girls definitely need to bring it, in my opinion.
I'm saying I don't wanna come down from your love. We'll get lost together, let me find you, please. Don't ever let me come down from your love, from your love, from your love.
Hey guys, it's Bree here. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about Mnet QUEENDOM 2, a competition survival show that will officially air on March 31st. If you're a fan of Queendom, or if you've been following the news concerning Queendom 2, then I'm sure you're familiar with the lineup. This season of Queendom will feature Hyolyn, Kepler, WJSN, Brave Girls, Luna, and Vivus. And the opening performances for Queendom 2 were recently uploaded onto the Mnet YouTube channel. So basically, these performances are kind of like a sneak peek of what's to come when the series officially starts to air next week. So for this video, I decided to watch all of the opening performances. And as always, after you watch this video, I want to know what you guys think. Definitely let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the opening show performances, and let me know how you would rank them. So without further ado, let's get right into the ranking. So in 6th place, I have Brave Girls, and Brave Girls performed a remix of their song Rollin', which was released in 2017 but went viral in 2021. In this performance, it seemed like Brave Girls was taking almost a Michael Jackson inspired approach to their choreo and even their styling, which I did like, since when you think of Rollin', you think of it being like a very feminine, sexy song when it comes to the lyrics and even when it comes to the choreo. So I thought it was very interesting and creative of Brave Girls to take a different approach towards interpreting the song. For me, I would say that the choreography was a little boring, even though I do see what they were going for, and I do appreciate that they decided to take a different approach or a different interpretation to Rollin'. Personally, just wasn't doing it for me. The choreography kind of ended abruptly for me, with the girls posing and holding the brims of their hat. I don't know, I just wanted something a little bit more powerful for the ending personally. I was also surprised and, to be honest, a little disappointed that there were absolutely like no vocals in this performance, especially if you know Brave Girls. They have some really good vocals, specifically Minyoung. Her voice is amazing, and if you've heard Rollin', you are very familiar with her belting during the chorus. She can do it live, so I was just really disappointed to see an interpretation of Rollin' without any vocals at all. I really think that vocals are one of Brave Girls' strong points, so to see them do an opening performance with no vocals, I just wonder why they decided to go that route. For me, it made their performance a little bit disappointing. And like I mentioned before, even though I did appreciate the interpretation of Rollin' and their take on the choreo, overall I found the choreography a little boring and the ending was pretty anticlimactic for me, which is why overall I did decide to put them in 6th place, but I am still rooting for them and I'm looking forward to see what they do next. So in 5th place, I have Vivus. I just want to say, first of all, the introduction to this performance with the aerial view of all of the girls doing that handwork was really cool. I thought that it was a very creative introduction to their performance. I also liked the kind of funky pop retro feel that the instrumental had. I thought that that was very fitting for Vivus, especially knowing that their last single before G-Friend disbanded was Mago, and that's a very 80s inspired disco song. So I thought it was very smart of them to take a similar concept for this opening show, since that kind of concept might be what some fans associate them with. I also thought the voguing in the choreography was a really nice touch, and I think the girls did great with that. I also thought that the styling was stunning. I would say out of all these opening performances, I thought that the styling was one of the best points. A lot of the other contestants for these opening shows pretty much just went with black and white palettes, which is nice, it's classic, but I liked that Vivus brought some color into the mix. I also liked the fact that with the intro, each member had a chance to do a solo, so you did get a focus on each member got a chance to shine. But for me personally, even though I did like that each of the 3 members got their own spotlight, to me the choreo didn't really get super interesting until the 3 of them came together, and for me that's when they absolutely slayed, and I really started to enjoy the choreography, especially when they were all voguing together. I just really enjoyed that part. I also liked that there was kind of a sense of sensuality throughout the performance. I really enjoyed that, and I am looking forward to see what they do next. I think that all three of them are amazing performers. They have good stage presence and good expressions as well. But once again, I noticed that this performance was dance focused, which is cool. I don't know, I would have liked to see some vocals somewhere in there just to add some variety, but for some reason they chose to do dance focused. Overall, I feel that with these performances, with these opening show performances, as you probably noticed if you watched them, none of them are longer than 2 minutes. So the girls only have a short amount of time to really wow the audience. And I felt like the transitions between each member of Vivus having their solo and their chance to shine before they all came together to dance as a unit, I felt that there was a lot of empty space or kind of waste of time between the camera transitioning to each of the three members, and I wish they would have made better use of their time to perform to really wow us, if that makes sense. And overall, that's why I have them here at 5th place. Now for 4th place, Hyolyn is amazing. I was so happy to hear that she is part of the lineup for Queendom 2, and she really did her thing. She started her performance off singing part of her song 9 Lives. If you have not heard that song and if you've not seen the music video, please watch it. It is absolutely beautiful, and the choreography that she did with the other dancer in the music video, it will definitely move you. It is just gorgeous and touching. So for this performance, we have a really cool intro where we switch from this black and white scape to color, and that's when Hyolyn starts blessing us with her angelic vocals. Like I mentioned in my previous Queendom 2 video, I think Hyolyn will be sweeping when it comes to this competition in vocals. She just really has it going on. She slayed. Her mic was on. She did what needed to be done. So after she had her intro with her song 9 Lives, she transitioned into Dolly. And if you know Hyolyn, you know that song Dolly. It's probably one of her most known songs. Her stage presence during this part of the performance was absolutely amazing, even though she's the only solo artist in the competition and she's competing with groups who have more members to utilize on stage, to do things on stage to draw your attention. Even though it was just her on the stage, no props, no crazy stage settings or anything like that, she owned the stage and owned the performance. Hyolyn just has this aura of sexiness and femininity when she performs, especially when she performs songs like Dolly, and that really came through in this performance. Besides her amazing choreo and the intro of her performance with her vocals, her strut off the stage towards the end of the performance really did it for me. She killed it, and that's why I have her here at number 4. Alright, so moving on to number 3, we have Kepler, which for many was a very controversial pick to compete in Queendom 2, being that they are a group put together by Mnet's previous survival show, Girls Planet 999, and being that they just debuted this year as a group. I really liked the drums in their instrumental, specifically during the intro. The whole performance to me kind of had this military or band feel to it, which I really enjoyed. The girls performed their song I See the Light, and I just thought that the choreography was great, and the portion of the performance where Hikaru was centered just really sold the performance to me. I also really appreciated that in the intro they did make a reference to taking the crown, which for me was very satisfying, being that this is Queendom 2, right? All of the girls are competing for the crown, and I really liked that they referred to that in the lyrics of their performance and with their choreography as well. I really enjoyed the ending of this song where I believe it was Chaehyun who did some really cool handwork towards the end. I thought that that was a really interesting way to end the performance. It really drew my attention. This was definitely one of my favorite performances. I thought that Kepler did a good job, and you know, even though they're rookies, they're showing that, you know, hey, we might be rookies, but we're talented, and I really think that they did their thing. To be honest, I think because a lot of people feel that Mnet is showing them favoritism by letting them compete on this show with more seasoned artists, I think that they're really gonna have to bring it on this show and prove that they deserve to be here. Alright, so next is number 2, and it was really hard for me to differentiate between second and first place because I loved both of these performances. But at number 2, I do have Luna, who performed their song Satellite. We had some references to the crown here in their choreo, and I thought that that was so fitting for Queendom 2. I'm not familiar with Luna because I don't really follow them, and I'm more familiar with boy groups overall. There's one member of Luna who had a lot of center time in the beginning of the performance, but I felt that her stage presence, her holding eye contact with the camera, her expressions really drew me into the performance. I thought that she was amazing, but overall, the stage presence of all the girls and their facial expressions in general demanded attention, especially in the intro. For me, the intro was very captivating. I also really enjoyed the camera work and the transitions in this performance. And Luna is known as a group that is extremely synchronized, and they really showed that in this performance as well. It was amazing. Now, this performance was more so dance focused, but the vocals did come in towards the end of the performance. And I'm not even mad at Luna choosing to take more of a dance focused approach with this performance because it's what they're known for, and I think that they're utilizing their strength. I also really enjoyed one of the members' dance solo. I think it was Heejin. She stepped forward from the rest of the group and she led the choreo, and she absolutely killed it. I think she did a great job. That was definitely one of the highlights of the performance for me. Overall, I loved this performance. I really didn't think there was a dull moment. I enjoyed the choreography, the styling. It really held my attention from start to finish, and I think Luna made great use of their time. If you watch the video on YouTube, it was 1 minute and 56 seconds. I felt like there was no space or seconds of the performance that weren't used, weren't utilized. Like I said, my attention was kept from start to finish, and I think they nailed it. It definitely left an impression on me. So lastly, in first place, I have WJSN, and they performed Save Me, Save You. First of all, I want to talk about the intro. Once again, I'm not familiar with WJSN, so I'm not familiar with the members' names yet, but as I watch Queendom 2, hopefully I'll get more familiar with them. But for the introduction, we had one of the members do this really cool intro scene. In the performance, it literally changes from like this black and white sketch-like appearance. It was almost giving me like a storybook feel or a fairy tale feel, and then eventually it transitions into color. And I thought that that introduction was so cool, and it really matched with the overall magical, enchanting vibe of the performance. WJSN started off the performance with a bang. After that intro, they get into some floor work. I also really like the piano that was present throughout the extended mix of Save Me, Save You. I also think that WJSN made great use of the stage and their numbers of members, and there was always something to grab your attention. I think one of the main highlights that I have to mention is this really smooth outfit change transition that happens towards the end. The girls pull on their blue outfits and it collapses down, and suddenly they are wearing these gorgeous white dresses. I thought it was a really nice touch and really added something interesting to the performance. As far as the instrumental, which was pretty much an extended remix of their song Save Me, Save You, I loved the piano that was really prevalent in the intro, accompanied by the ticking clock. I think overall the instrumental really fit this concept that they were going for this performance, which to me was like a very enchanting, elegant, magical fairy tale concept, and I think this concept suits WJSN really well. They have this very elegant, magical vibe to them, and they killed it. Overall, for me, this performance wasn't lacking anywhere. We had vocals, we had really cool choreography, the outfit change was a nice touch. The stage looked absolutely beautiful and totally fit the overall concept that the girls were going for here. To me, it was just magical. I'm not that familiar with WJSN, but after watching this, I think I'll definitely be looking into their music a bit more, and I definitely think that they are a competitor to watch out for. If their future performances are gonna be anything like this, the other girls definitely need to bring it, in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed my ranking of the Queendom 2 opening show performances. Let me know what you thought of my rankings in the comments below, and let me know how you would rank these performances. Also, will you be watching Queendom 2? Will you be tuning in on the 31st and for the rest of the weekly episodes? I would definitely like to hear your thoughts in the comments, so let me know. If you liked this video, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I will probably be doing a lot more Queendom 2 videos, especially once the show starts to air next week. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!